Hey guys, Jason from MechHead Studios. So I've been doing the high mocks over here for the Gundam Build Fighter high mocks. So this is the one I did yesterday. Um, and like I said, I applied the rush streaks, all that stuff. So somebody asked real quick, how do I get this chipping effect? Okay, so the product I use is this AK Interactive Heavy Chipping Acrylic Fluid. It's about $5 a bottle. Well worth it. I mean, it lasts a while. I've done quite a few Gundams with it. And yeah, this stuff is awesome. Highly recommended. So what I learned on this one with that little spray technique to get that texture, when I apply the rush streaks, also by AK Interactive, it kind of spread everywhere. So in order to get the rush streaks, and there's tons of tutorials, but I'm going to do this one real quick. You just kind of brush it on, and then you use the white spirit, also by AK Interactive. This is relatively expensive, close to $10 for a bottle like this. Again, well worth it. It should last you a long time. But anyway, let me show you how this works real quick. Because again, I've had a couple of questions on it. So, this one is the Skeeter High Mock. So basically, what you do, just give it a good shake. I've already shaked it because you'll see here in just a second in the video. Apply it straight from the pot. This lid tends to like to stay in there. So as they say in their tutorials, get a fine tip brush. And I'm not going to go over this entire model right now. Just take it directly in, and the places you want to get some rust. Now they say go straight down, like so. I tend to just go like this because it's going to end up spreading anyway. Okay. And don't be stingy with it. If you go on a little thicker, it's going to give it to you darker. So yeah, I'm just going to get some spots over here. You see I just put a little spot, little dab. Not a big deal. And then over here, obviously, because there's some major rust coming through. And I like to get it right here. Don't worry about coating it too heavy. You'll see why in a minute. And so that's just an example real quick. Because I'm going to go over this one a little bit more in detail later. This is just for this tutorial. So cleaning your brush is just as simple as putting it in some water. Not a big deal. Okay, let me close this up. So you're supposed to wait at least 5 minutes is what I found is a good enough time. So I've already done this one with all the rush streaks that I want. Here in the seam line, heavy over here, so on and so forth. The longer you let it stay, the harder it is to get the streaks, but that's a good thing. So what I'm using is this flat brush here. Again, just straight in to the pot. You want to take off the excess real quick, and we'll just go right over here on this one. And as you can see, the rush streaks are coming through real nice. Again, in their videos, they say go in a straight line, which I'm trying to do. That's just a really light one. Got this on the shoulder over here. And right here underneath. Might have a little bit too much. It gives a nice little weathering effect there. Just get it all over. And here's the major one on the shoulder bell. It's a better example. Just bringing it down. And right here. got one right here. Big one on the shoulder. Right here. Again, this is just an example of how to do it. This isn't a perfect how I'd like it. I will be touching this up later. I'm just doing this real quick for an example video. Good example of some rust right there. The harder you press on the brush, obviously, the more streaks you're going to get. And of course, the lighter amount of rust streak that you put on, the lighter the effect. So this right here on the backpack just looks like accumulation from over time. Okay. And let me see, where else do I have some? Oh, right here on the shoulder, on this guard, this joint guard. Just giving it a little bit darker, rustier effect. Let's make it a little bit softer. Of course, the more you go over it, the softer the effect will be. And I got one more right here. I'm not sure if my son Anakin's getting it in the image, but you can see right here. A little bit more rust. And of course, I'm going to have to go over this a little bit more later. Don't want them to be rusty, but not too rusty. Okay, so you get the general idea of how to do it. Okay. Now, on strike one, he's got a lot of oil just leaking everywhere. That effect, and I'm not going to do it too much on him because I don't want him to have too much. Use Citadel Typhus Corrosion. Okay. With this one, I use my crappiest synthetic brush. This thing is frayed everywhere. Okay. The reason why I like that, let me give it a quick shake just to get some on the thing. It also has a little bit of grit in there. This is possibly one of my most favorite of the Citadel technical line. Okay, so what you do, you just kind of mash it in there. Your brush is going to get messed up. If you're using a new brush for this, say goodbye to that brush because it's going to be messed up once you use the Typhus Corrosion. So, looks like he has most of his battle damage right here. So you just jab it in, like so. And of course some of it will get down here, it'll splatter, because he's leaking from there. Okay, and let me see, you can see that effect right there. And of course you got to get the back. Yeah, it gives a nice little grime effect. I'll probably be getting the AK Interactive grime effects fluid here soon. Yeah, it's messy. It looks like it's been used. And I'm just going to have one, and then let's go with this foot. And you see right there, just kind of dab it in. Remember, it's going to leak everywhere. Don't freak out. You know, some people are like, oh my god, you're handling the Gundam awfully. What are you doing? Don't worry about that. These things are made way better than they were back in the 80s and even early 90s. But yeah, in a nutshell, that's how you do it. Only thing I have left to do is, like I said, do a little bit of detailing and then get a matte finish to seal all this in, and you're good to go. Alright, take it easy, guys. Later.